secrets of different bills. At Uncle Demi, you need it, I got it listed, yeah. You wanna make it, I'll show you just how to make it, yeah. I got all the rarest bills, and I ain't done yet. Went from the finish to making bills like a prospect. Flow space and slashes to catching us with a law threat. You keep the medals cause the right one's coming up next. Only scratch the surface. Still they try to drag my name in dirt. They try to bring me down. See me winning. You ain't like me.
What's good, my nephews and nieces? This is your favorite uncle, Uncle Demi, and today I have another special banger for you, alright? Today we're going to be talking about the shoot first point build revisited, but before we get into the video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Liking up the video or push the video to the recommended, and of course subscribe and put your noti game for my daily double uploads. But now let's hop straight into this video. Okay, so with this build, again, if you do not know, basically what I do with the revisited series is I go back and try to rework builds that I did in the first or second month of the game when we didn't have as much knowledge of what the game of what we have now. So I want to revisit this because, again, there's some massive differences that I think that we should look at and try to fix. Okay, so you want to go point guard, doesn't matter if you're right or left-handed. I just like going left-handed because I'm left-handed IRL. Then what we're going to do here is go stay at 6'3", 198 with 6'8" wingspan. So we want to stay default all the way through on this build. And then what we want to do here, body shape, let's just go define, all right? So body shape, we'll go define, but you can pick any body shape you want. Then we're gonna do is here's this. We're gonna go 85 on a close shot. Again, 85 on a close shot will give you the fast twitch, the fearless finisher on gold. You also will get Giant Slayer Hall of Fame. We want to also go 90 on the driving layup. You have to at least have a 90 on the driving layup to keep the name. Now the big step here is this. We are now gonna go 80 on the driving dunk. 80 driving dunk will give you quick drops, but the original shoot first point build I made did not have any dunk. So listen. Do you have to have dunks? No, but you have to know how to utilize your scoop layups, and you have to know how to use acrobat a lot to change your shots in the air. But a lot of us just simply, hey man, I just want to get, if I'm going to the basket, I want to get an easy bucket, just go ahead and get quick drops and hit up on the pro stick. So that's what we're doing here. So that's the big change that you're going to see from the finishing, is that you will now have a driving dunk, right? Now we're going to go 90 on the close shot, and then we're going to go 92 on the three ball. The original build had an 89, but again, I just went up 90, it doesn't matter. I know a lot of us do not even care about the mid-range, excuse me, but you will be able to shoot really well in the mid-range, and of course at the three, you will be able to get limitless range on gold, blinders, and agent threes on gold also, which is pretty toxic. So all in all, the shooting of this build is going to be insane. Like there's not, again, it's a shoot first point. So you're going to be able to shoot really well and finish really well. And then on the ball handle, we're going all the way up to 94. So last time we had an 89. This time we're going 94, right? By going 94, you will get handles for days on gold, and you will be able to get the Trae Young size up. So again, there is a massive jump. Mismatch expert, again, this is not a badge that is really worth it when it comes to maybe in Pro-Am, right? Pro-Am rec, maybe. I think more so Pro-Am. This build right here is a very specialized type build. You want to go 78. And the reason why I say that is because there is no defense on this build. It's a shoot first point. But this build is, again, is what you'll probably see a lot of in the Pro-Am rec. You can also utilize this build in a lot of stages, because stage is very structured of how they play. But in the grand scheme of things, the finishing of this build, I mean, the playmaking this build is going to be really good. The pass accuracy can't be too high because it'll change the name. But when you look at it from a competitive standpoint, when it comes to offense and just being able to make sure you can get a bucket as a guard, this is going to be pretty toxic, okay? Now, going back to what I said, you're looking at, this is it, 50 perimeter defense, that's it. Some of y'all, you know, that aren't familiar with, like, you know, the competitive scene might be like, oh man, this is trash, But what I will tell you this is that go look at all those guys and gals that have the NBA 2K League logo over their head, and look at their guard, look at their guard build, and it'll look like this. And the reason why I say that is because in competitive type of games, they're all specialized, right? Each person has their job. This is going to be one of those where you're going to see just finishing, shooting, playmaking is all you're going to care about. This build will sit in the corner on defense. All right, now you can utilize this in the park, and again, you're going to have to have some really good locks or centers to run with you. But for the most part, this is what I would call like a build that's meant for like the stage, the Pro-Ams, or rec, right? And the reason why I say rec is because rec, you can literally be hidden in rec, right? You can run a random rec and still be good with this build because a lot of people are passing the ball around. No one is really paying attention, all right? So 94 here. I'm missing something. Where we got to go at? Something is missing here. 45. All right. So we're going to go 80 on the speed. That's all you really need. Of course, 90 acceleration. 90 acceleration is kind of like that point you want to hit. 45 strength, 60 vert. You got to have a 60 vert to at least get your quick drops with an 80 driving dunk. So you got to have that with the 94 stamina. Okay. Now, the options you have here are slashing, shot creating. You have sharp, and you have playmaking. I'm going with the easy blow-bys and limitless range threes. That's just a really lethal combination to have. I know some people like to do double limitless. You can also go with the pull-up precision for the fades, and then you also can go with ankle-breaking shots, right? But all in all, again, specialized build, but revisit it because I feel like, again, if your build is called shoot first, obviously you know what it is, man. They ain't meant to have defense anyway. But the build is actually 100% potent when it comes to offense, and it's a very rare build name. So if you're looking to have a rare build name and play in like the competitive scenes, you can get away with this, and a lot of people are gonna be like, yo, what the heck is that? All right. So anyway, what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna test this build out real quick. We'll get a 99 and we'll get you out of here. So let's go here. Now, when it comes here, we just want to get our fearless finisher and we want to get our acrobat. That's it. We'll get those two. When we come down here, you want to get your slithery, boom, and you want to get your limitless, boom. All right. So now your posterizer, I would not recommend going posterizer. I always go with slithery, limitless, acrobat, fearless finisher. Go with your giant slayer, and then of course top it off with your aerial wizard for putback dunks or just for the opportunities to catch lives. But this is going to be a very lethal combination when it comes to a build, small build that's getting to the basket. Now on this end here, again, as a primary scorer, you want to go here. Let's go here. Let's get our volume shooter. We're just going to do this simply right now until we get our 10. All right, so we have 10. Now, if you have the opportunity to double core. If you don't, you want to add badge points here, but I can show you what I'm talking about. The most important one here is going to be your core this, and then you could go ahead and get you and core your blinders if you are able to, right? So that means you core your blinders and limitless. That means you will still have 18 badge points to work with. You'll be able to get Deadeye, and you'll be able to get aging threes, and you'll still have 4 left over, right? But again, it's all about preference. Some of y'all might not hit level 40 last season, so you're not even able to do that. So if you're not able to do that, add your badge points accordingly to where you know what badges you want to utilize. Some people don't like using agent threes, whatever, but to me, on this build, having all your tier 3 badges hit is going to be important. Then with that last little bit, go ahead and get on amped. I know some people don't use amp. I like using amp. I know some really, really good people, guards, that don't use amp and they really hit the ball really consistently. I'm not on that level, so I like using amp because amp does, when you're tired, your shot slows down a lot, and I just have a hard time timing it. Amp would just be a little bit more friendly in getting that shot up, but volume shooter and green machine are going to be very important with this build. Playmaking, quick first step, unpluckable. Then you want to come down here, get your clamp breaker and your handles for days, and then come back up here, get your quick first step. Now, as you see, you're only able to get hyperdrive, right? You're not able to get that. So again, if you hit level 40, you can double core playmaking and then use all your other badge points here. If not, you want to use accordingly. I think hyperdrive is important, so you need to have some, badges here. I'll use all 6 of my badges that I get from hitting 39 every season here. But if you haven't, that's your choice. You figure out which one is going to be best for you, right? And then here on this side, ain't nothing to work with, man. So in this case, I'll just do off-ball pass, all right? But anyway, there you have it, my nephews and nieces. This is the revisited version of the shoot first point build. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, just make sure you drop a like, you subscribe to the channel, and as usual, your favorite old head, Uncle Demi, I'll be back really, really soon with another banger, man. And when I say back soon, another banger, you know exactly what day I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.